Hello everybody and welcome to round 3 of my standard PPTQ tournament report. I faced Red-Green Landfall in that round. Red-Green Landfall is one of the best aggro decks in standard in my eyes. It's very efficient and it plays a lot of cheap but big creatures. The only downside of these creatures is that you have to get a land drop or, in the best case, a fetch land every turn. So you can pump these creatures. So you have this weird dilemma between having lots of lands, especially fetch lands, in your deck, but you're also running an aggro deck with a very low curve. Base is Scythe Leopard and Snapping Gnarlid. As you can see, these cards are very aggressively costed. In an ideal world, Scythe Leopard is a 1 mana 3/3, and Snapping Gnarlid is a 2 mana 4/4, which seems nice. I mean, for standard, this is as powerful as it gets. So, how do we back up these creatures? First of all, there's Monastery Swiftspear. Just an overall very good one-drop. Haste, prowess. I mean, it's playable in Modern, it's playable in Legacy. Then we have Abbot of Keep, one of the breakout cards for Magic Origins, won the Pro Tour back then. And yeah, this card provides a body and oftentimes a lot of value, especially when you flip a land. In this deck, it's much better. I mean, if you play it in a normal aggro deck, and you flip a land, you're like, okay, nice, I got a land out of my way. But in this deck, it's actually, yeah, nice, I have a land, so I can keep my other land in my hand, and I can trigger Landfall over and over again. The card that pushes this deck over the top, though, in my eyes, is Dam Protector. Dam Protector is just a huge powerhouse in Standard, and also in this deck. I mean, it's the perfect card for an aggressive deck. It has evasion, and you can get either lands or spells back. Plus, it's quite efficient. So there is not a lot of downside to this deck. I mean, it's quite resilient, as we'll see with the next cards. And these are the spells. So first of all, there's Atarka's Command. Atarka's Command actually has 4 modes in this deck. Believe it or not, it has 4 modes. Why? If you put a fetch land into play from hand, you can actually pump your creatures, landfall creatures, twice, except for pumping it once, when you would like normally use the Atarka's Command. If that's always good, well, it depends on you, but life gain is relevant against cards like Siege Rhino, Sorin, you name it. Then 3 damage, of course, very nice for 2 mana, and the Anthem effect plus Reach is also very nice. Reach, not that relevant in Standard right now, I think. Yeah, there aren't that many flyer decks, so yeah. And then we have the infamous Become Immense Temur Battle Rage combo. In a perfect world, this combo costs 3 mana and deals 12 damage, plus triggers prowess twice. So oftentimes, one creature is just enough with these 2 cards to deal, I don't know, upwards of 20, 24 damage. Yeah, so this is like the fact why this deck is so good. You have a very aggressive curve, you have an insane card in Atarka's Command, which is very powerful also in Modern. You have very powerful low-cost creatures like Abbot, like Dam Protector, like the Landfall creatures, like Swiftspear. And then, in your backhand, you also have a combo, which pieces are also very powerful on its own. I mean, Become Immense is a very strong card on its own. If you can, like, Become Immense and unblock Swiftspear, it's 8 damage. So, yeah. The fact that you can bring these back with Dam Protector is very good. It's kind of annoying that the Delve and the Dam Protector get in each other's way, but what can you do? I mean, this is a very powerful deck, very resilient, can kill out of nowhere, can go very wide or very big. Yeah, just overall, not a very nice opponent to have. So, how did my match go? Well, I think I had like the worst possible scenario. After getting a match loss, I was a little bit tilted, and then I moved to 5 on the draw, and never played a 3rd land. And I was like, well, it happens. So, what was my next plan? I had my cyborg plan at least. So I put in Silk Wraps, Surge of Righteousness, Duress, and Dispels. Against like a token-based red deck, I bring in Virulent Plague, but this was enough. And the games were really tight. Yeah, so game 2 I was on the play, and yeah, I just went Warden, Anaffenza, Rhino, and it was done, because you can actually outrace the deck very, very quickly, because they deal a lot of damage to themselves with fetch lines, and you have cards like Siege Rhino that not only gain you life, but also make them lose life. So that was really, really good. I was actually able to board out my Abzan charms because I have so much stuff to bring in. And this is something that I discovered with a lot of Abzan decks. They don't actually have that many spots so they can replace all the not very good cards, because Abzan Charm, while it's fine against the pumped creatures, it's not that great. I mean, yeah, I would much rather have Dispel. So, game 3, very close match. I was on the draw again. I mulliganed, drew my third land, kinda survived, played an Anaffenza, and yeah, it was overall really, really tight. I was at 1 life, and my opponent was attacking me with 2 Swift Spears and a Snapping Gnarlet. I had 4 mana open, and 4 cards in hand. Well, what did I do? My opponent was so sure that he would win. I blocked 1 creature, Surge of Righteousness on 1 Monastery Swift Spear, then Murderous Cut on the Snapping Gnarlet, and I even had Dispel backup. So after that play, my opponent started playing very, very slowly. And we went to this grindy mid-game, where my opponent had not 1, but yes, 2 Outpost Sieges active. Well, I was quite lucky, because I got a Warden of the first 3 into play. And Warden nicely gets lifelink, so I was able to trade up a bunch of his creatures for my Warden, and then pumping up my Hangerback Walker every turn until it turned into a lethal creature, and I was able to attack him every turn. Because my opponent played quite slowly, we actually went to time and I killed him on the 4th turn of extra turns. So that was quite awkward. I had to take a big risk by attacking him. But yeah, overall it was a very interesting match. I mean, the thing with the Outpost Siege is, yeah, he had a lot of lands, but he was in a position where Outpost Siege was just too slow. I mean, I had an active Hangerback Walker that he had to chump block every turn already, and I was drawing I had so many awesome cards in my deck, like Dem Protector, Siege Rhino, Gideon, so on and so forth. So yeah, I think I played pretty well that game. It was nice. My opponent was really frustrated. He didn't resolve a single Atarka's command. It always got dispelled, and yeah. So that was round 3.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. You can find us on Twitter at MagicGathStrat, Facebook/MagicGatheringStrat, or on the web, MagicGatheringStrat.com. There you can find articles and free prize-supported leagues. This is all brought to you by our Patreons and CardHoarder.com. If you enjoy this content, please consider supporting us at patreon.com/MagicGatheringStrat.